Hello, so today I'm going to do this from my bedroom. There is a good reason for that. We're talking about cultural misappropriation, and I have one of these hanging up next to my bed. It is a dream catcher. Um, we've never ever had a problem with selling dream catchers, or in fact, anything. No one's ever said to me, customer wise, oh, you shouldn't sell that. That would be misappropriation. We sell dream catchers. We also sell dream catcher making kits. We don't claim that they are made by Native Americans. We don't pretend we are Native Americans. Um, it's a very, very, very popular product. People, and it's magic at the end of the day. We understand how this works. So we're going to use it in our practice if we think it's going to add something. Let's be fair. If you create something, whether it's a magical spell, a ritual, whatever, and then other people see it and they're practitioners, the chances are, if it's really good, they might start to adopt those sorts of practices or that practice or copy it, you know. There's not a lot you can really do to stop them. Um, and apart from false advertising, like if we were to sell these and say, yes, this is a Native American dream catcher, well, technically, what are you calling a Native American dream catcher? Are you calling it a dream catcher that's made by Native Americans? Because this certainly isn't. Or are you saying that it is a style of dream catcher? You know? We just call them dream catchers. But anyway, sidetracking. Ultimately, when it comes down to it, when it comes to magic, people just do what works. Magic is supposed to be practical. If there is a cool way of doing something, if you create some sort of product or procedure or whatever, and then that gets out there in the public domain, you've got to kind of expect people to copy. Now, yes, I think it's important to give credit where credit's due. So if we, use something like this or we create something else, we try to inform people as to where those designs, products, that sort of thing comes from or gets inspired by. But ultimately, I mean, magic is practical. So if you see something, providing you understand how it works, I don't personally see any problem in kind of copying the practice. I think that what can happen is that from a political kind of perspective, people can get upset with, you know, like the word cultural misappropriation, when you're taking something of someone else's culture that you're not really a part of, and then you're kind of melding it into something that it's not. When it comes to magic, again, we don't really get too involved with ethics. That's not for us to tell you how to practice your craft. All I would say with that is, like with a lot of things, if you don't really understand how the process works, how the spell works, how the magic works, then maybe you shouldn't really be doing it unless you really are genuinely trying to come up with some sort of experiment and you're willing to suffer the consequences and get your fingers burned if you do it all wrong. When you're dealing with energies and procedures and things that you don't really understand, yes, there is a certain element of danger with that. So you could be wary of the fact that, okay, you've seen something and you want to kind of work it into your practice, whether it's, working with, say, a deity or something like that that you've got no idea about. There is an element of danger there. In terms of making these, I have to say, personally, I don't see there a huge danger, with doing stuff like that. Okay, if I was to try and reenact some sort of Native American sweat lodge or something like that, then I probably wouldn't do that because I don't really understand enough about the principles at play, how it works. So that's a little bit different. There's a danger in that. But when it comes to, being inspired by a specific practice or, something that you've seen somewhere, I think is a perfectly natural thing to start adding that and incorporating that into your personal practice. But anyway, I've kind of rambled on for about 5 minutes now, but I mean, at the end of the day, if it works and you're going to use it. If you think it's cool, then also people are probably going to want to copy it and use it. I don't see anything wrong with that personally. Just try to put some effort into understanding how the system works, the spell works, product, techniques, whatever, work. And be wary of the fact that obviously other people nowadays, because of the kind of political climate that we're in, I don't even know if that's a correct term, but people get quite funny about this sort of thing. And as well, the element of danger of, if you don't really know what you're doing, then it might be a good idea to either not do it or get in your mind that this could possibly go quite wrong.